I'm Jan Gooding. I'm the Group Brand Director at the insurance firm Aviva. I'm also the chair of Stonewall, which is the gay rights charity. When I was asked to go and join Aviva, I decided to do it, and I've been there now 8 years. And more recently, I became the chair of PAMCO, which publishes the National Readership Survey for the news brands and magazines. And I really enjoy that because I feel it's getting back a bit to my roots of media, where I came from. What would I say I'm most proud of? I think probably the day I did an article in the Telegraph about being a gay woman. And I've become the chair of Stonewall, and that was a media spotlight that I had never expected to have. I look on that as a very, very big moment of authenticity. We talk a lot about its importance and what do you stand up for, and it's not like I was particularly taking a stand. I was just being me and being interviewed as the new chair of Stonewall, but it caused me to talk about my personal life. And yes, that was a big no turning back moment. I mean, you can't put it back in the cupboard again once you've come out, especially as public as that in the mainstream press. Being in that generation, I didn't really experience it till I went to university. When I was there were 7 men to every woman. I'd never been in that situation before. That was quite weird. So you can imagine, one of 3 sisters, I went to a girls' boarding school. I'd simply never been in such a male-dominated circumstance. So that was very peculiar. I couldn't believe that my gender was even an issue. And I'm afraid throughout my career in advertising, it was a problem. I was actually made redundant when I was on maternity leave. I mean, you just couldn't do that now. It was an outrageous thing to happen to me. I was actually given the advice, look, you're going to find it really tough being a woman in the city. I wouldn't be a lesbian as well if I were you. I didn't even think about it. I didn't really know what being out meant. I just was honest from the beginning. But I discovered that people had an issue and you got reactions you didn't like. I feel I've worked very hard to get what I have. What I worry about is less that I've been extraordinarily lucky, but I worry about whether I've done enough. I still feel driven and wonder about, I've only got so much time. Am I doing enough? Have I squandered any opportunities? That worries me a lot, because I think if you have been able to break through, then you realise you could do even more. I think the most important thing I learned was that there are setbacks. You can try and understand why it has happened, and then you have to find belief again. And I think what I learned through that period, and which I still go through. My mother sadly died when I was 20. I don't particularly have conversations with her, but I think what I learnt was you have to conquer those voices in your head that tell you you can't do it. Even if you're not lucky enough to have a parent, I would encourage anyone who was in that position to think about who they might be able to talk to. It might be a teacher, it might be a best friend, might be an auntie. There's usually somebody that you can spot who you admire and who you trust and who you feel you can share your fears with. So I think it's incredibly important to share how you're feeling. There is time. There's no need to get bogged down into your current peer group and the current competitive set. It doesn't matter. I mean, eventually people don't even know how old you are. No one ever asked me what grade I got. That doesn't matter as much as you not losing faith and you not losing confidence.